The challenge with this area for me is there's a lot of development. Here's a development going up right here of some sort. You can see it past this truck. There's a development. There's another building next to it going up, right? A lot of development. Over here, you see all this property, and there's no ability for water to absorb, and there's not great, well, here we go. And there's not great drainage. So when there's rain, and we had a lot of rain yesterday, you get this backup of water. So they need to build better drainage systems here for the construction. Right. So my wife's out of town, and I've got errands to run on her behalf. Today, I have to pay the vet for our dog. We have a dog with some bacterial things going on, so I'm gonna pay the vet. I'll show you where I am here. This is the area, Farmacia. My vet is over here, right here, Punta Cana Pet Center. People ask about it, right in there. Let me go pay them, I'll be right back. All right, all done with that. Let me show you around a little bit though. I gotta get, so right now it's 12:48. I gotta get back to pick up my kids at 2. At 2 o'clock. So let's see if I can do this. But let me show you around a little bit. This is Cortecito. So down here, there's a bunch of stuff. Restaurants, lounges. I'm gonna climb through here. See where I am here. And over here is one of our favorite pizza places in the area called Vito Napoli. So I'll show you that real quick. Show you that real quick right here. Vito Napoli, really good pizza. They have gluten-free. They have gluten-free pizza as well. Make sure I got my thing here. It's a little out here. Gluten-free pizza. And there's other spots here. We haven't tried them all out yet, but Stop Play. What is that? Don Pio? Pio Pio? It's a Cuban spot. Right there. Got your bikes, of course. A few others here. I'm nervous about traffic, so I'll take you guys on a journey. I'll show you the trip back to where I live, but let's take a look here. Where there's Dalia's, Punta Cana. Looks like a beer place back there. And then there's this place, Dolce, right here. You can see that. So that gives you an idea of some of this. And a real popular spot that people really like is right here, Citrus. Citrus is well known, so that's a spot you can check out if you're down here. So Cortecito's north from the airport. If you've been to like Barcelo, Barcelo is on the where, it's like back there a little way. It's kind of close to Cocotao, which is a residential community, golf community. I'm gonna walk back on the sidewalk here, where you can, I should show you what that bike just did. That's okay. Where you can buy or rent a place, very, very secure, very nice area, Cocotao, so you can check that out. But this is Cortecito. This is being built right here. And what that's gonna be. This might be one of the places people ask me about that I just don't pay enough attention to say, oh, that's that spot. What does it say? Bloom something? Blue Marina? Blue Marina. It's a Canarock property, so anybody that's asking about this, what I can tell you is it's being built, obviously, and it is it's in a great spot. Hold on. It's in a great spot. So hold this up a little bit. So it's in a really great spot because it's downtown. It's right in the middle of Cortecito, which has a ton of shit going on. So that's that. Let me get back across to my car. I'll show you where I am. Put it on. All right, we'll walk through here. That's me over there, my old Volkswagen. So, paid the vet. Now it's closer to, probably close to 1 o'clock. We'll check in the car, but there's the traffic on the way is the concern. So I'm worried that I won't be able to make it, but we shall see. We shall see. Let's try it out. All right, I got to turn around. Where am I? I'm over here. I got to turn around. I can get through there. I won't show you every step of the way because it'll be a while, but I will, let's see, it's 12:52. 12:52. I've got to go maybe 12 miles or so, maybe like 20-ish kilometers to get to my house. This guy's DHL has to turn around here. I'll do the same thing. That's where he's turning around. I'm going to do the same thing. I'll back into that spot and turn around. But I got to go that far, and it sounds like it's not that far, but when you go through like these narrow roads or these sort of like very busy roads with grocery stores and everything, people just start to pull out and obstruct traffic that it just has like such an effect. And then if you've never driven down here, Dominican drivers don't like to wait. So they just start passing and create this like massive bottleneck. You know, it's like New York driving times 2. They create this massive bottleneck. Like they just jam. Everybody jams into the same spot. So that could be a problem, but here we go. So this is the Cortacito area. For those thinking about buying here, so a couple of things that I like about this area is really active. This is where like there's a lot of young singles. The lady here. It's really easy to walk around and see stuff. There's a car wash over there. We all know, look at that. Liquor and car. They're not even shy about it. Liquor and car wash. There's Pizza Bavaro over here. I hope I'm getting that. I think I am. Yeah, it might be in the way here, but anyway, but you go through here. The challenge with this area for me is there's a lot of development. Here's a development going up right here of some sort. You can see it past this truck. There's a development. There's another building next to it going up, right? A lot of development. Over here, you see all this property, and there's no ability for water to absorb, and there's not great, well, here we go. And there's not great drainage. So when there's rain, and we had a lot of rain yesterday, you get this backup of water. So they need to build better drainage systems here for the construction. I mean, look at this little green car in front of me. You know, I got to go super slow. Like we've had the water go up through the intake, install the engine, because I'm low to the ground. I have like a Jetta station wagon. Old, if you can't tell by looking at this thing. Look at the wear on the thing. But it's an old car, and it's low to the ground. So speed bumps, I bottom out all the time on speed bumps. And then the water. You can see this. But that's one thing with this area that I would just be mindful of. I don't think it makes it like a bad buy or whatever, but drainage, my opinion, nobody talks about it. Maybe I'm just being overly gringo-like. Who knows? But to me, it's like, man, they gotta figure out drainage, because like, man, I can't imagine. This is after a day of drying out, of like 20 hours of drying out. Yesterday, it rained constantly. In fact, my wife is in Las Terrenas right now. She went on a girls' trip with a friend. And I told her last night, I'm like, there's actually like flooding in Las Terrenas, Santo Domingo, like all the way from here through La Vega. All of that is all flooded because of the rains yesterday. But, you know, when we got up this morning, it was pretty dry, pretty sunny, as you can see. I'll show you up there. Beautiful skies. So we went with it. We rolled. And she went. But, oh, this guy's just running across. So that was that. Over here is Secrets. My wife and I went there for our anniversary, which is September 23rd. It's, you know, without traffic, not far. But we went there. It's adults only. It's a good spot. And so Cortacito's just up the road from Secrets. If you've come to like Secrets and thought, is this a nice area? Am I in a good spot? If I were to move here, where would I live? If you're a couple and don't have kids, if you're single, then absolutely. Cortacito's amazing. Amazing to move to. But anyway, so the water is an issue. So like here, these are the gates of Cocotal, the yellow wall. I should say gates. The wall at the corner of the Cocotal development, which is a golf community, high end. You'll spend some money in there, probably $300,000, $400,000, $500,000 for a nice spot in there starting, and it goes up. Golf community. They've got a great sports complex. They've got a great clubhouse. In fact, their sports complex, my kids, sometimes we play soccer tournaments here for our team in Punta Cana, down by the village. They come up here and play against the kids that play in leagues up here, like the downtown league and all that stuff. So a bunch of soccer leagues. But this is the corridor by Cocotal. But again, the only issue I have with this area, it's what you get is access to all the stuff. It's so active. Like Jumbo's just up the road, we'll go by it. Cortacito's right up there, great restaurants. Cocotal's amazing. It's a great community, very secure. I'll show you the gates here in a second. But water, drainage is the one thing in this area that they solve it. I mean, I got nothing to say about this area as far as buying and living and being. Well, then it becomes traffic because more and more people move in here. Here's the gates of Cocotao. So very secure. Very secure. But then it's traffic because traffic is, there's really only there's like two arteries. There's this one that I'm on, and then there's one that's up by the Palladium north of here. That's it, that take you like into these areas. So I could have connected over if I wanted to, but it's further north. So I'm going back this way because I hope to get my kids on time. Here's Kathmandu. Sad that it's shut down. The restaurants are still open, but that's a $60 million project that didn't get off the ground maybe for a year. And my belief from going there is it was very confusing. They had too many, like you go in, you think you have to pay this like massive charge to do the whole park, but you can go in and pay for whatever part of the park you want to go to. And it was just like a big diner menu, so many options. Hey, here, Cocotao. Okay, this is the Cocotao wall still, and here's the water issue again, right? So drainage in this area is an issue. And up the road here, you're gonna see the Jellyfish restaurant. If anybody's never been there, go check it out. It's really cool. It's on the beach. But like, I swear, if a drop of water falls from the sky, like one, somehow, the whole road, it's right here. The whole road down there, down here. Down there, down that corridor where the buses are. That whole road will flood. But Kathmandu was a big diner menu, a lot of different things you could do there at Del Frisco pricing. So it was like, you know, high-end steakhouse pricing for diner options. All good, fun, but it was really expensive. It was a bit confusing when you went there. But I thought I enjoyed, ooh, speed bump. There we go. I enjoyed the park itself. Here's another speed bump coming up. These speed bumps, like, at least these are real. So there's a thing here. There's a trend in DR. Maybe some of these people have seen it where they like paint a speed bump. It's like whoever the alcalde, the mayor or whatever, says something like, we don't have a budget for the speed bump, but paint one. Just trick the hell out of people, and then they'll slow down. And it works. It works if you're not familiar with the area. So here's Barcelo. So we entered this like Barcelo resort area, and there's a development here. This one is, which one is that? I can't remember the name. It's a Noval property. But again, like, this is all going to be developed, right? This is all going to be developed. River Island, all going to be developed. Like, the ground won't be able to absorb. So what does it do to drainage here is my concern. Atlantita, that's Atlantita. People ask about that project all the time. Is it good? Is it not good? I have no idea. It's behind these green walls. I haven't visited. Over here is Barcelo, the actual Barcelo resort. But it's Noval. Noval's had some issues lately, but I think they're still a multinational, reputable company. They've had issues as far as like delivery, time of delivery, but I mean, they're a well-funded, big machine. They're going to work it out, in my opinion. But I have not purchased from them. I can't speak to it, but anyway, that is that. And then I'm going to get into, so this is like the corridor going back toward Punta Cana. It's officially 1:01 p.m. I know it's like I'm pretty close to where my kids go to school, but 59 minutes, it may seem like, oh man, you're flying, no problem. Yeah, just wait, I'll show you up here. But that is my only concern with that area back there. As you get up into where we're going right now, we'll be in what's considered like downtown Punta Cana. So we just kind of went from Cortecito through probably like Bávaro, I guess you could call it that. And now we're getting into, we're going to be getting into downtown Punta Cana in just a minute here, which is where like Coco Bongo is, if people have seen that. There's a Jumbo Plaza, a downtown mall. That's where our gym is. I'll show you that when we get to it. There's restaurants. Noah is a great restaurant in downtown Punta Cana. Everybody should check out if you're out and about. There's a new Asian place. People have asked me about it. I can't remember the name of it. I think it's a second restaurant. I think they might have one in Santo Domingo. It was okay, but I'm going on like Chinese food, New York upbringing guy, so that's my taste. Yeah, it's okay. So here we go. So we're getting up to this area where you can see it's slowing down. Let's see, is this just a speed bump? It looks like you see the red sign up there. But be a speed bump, or this might be the beginning of traffic, or both. But this is the only thing that stops Dominican drivers. What is it? Policía acostado, I think. Let me know if I got that wrong. I think that's what it's called. Policía acostado. I might be saying that completely wrong. I'm probably saying something like police cabbage or whatever. It was a speed bump. Let's see. There's one. There's two. Didn't bottom out. I'm rolling. I don't come up here a ton enough. I know the area without having to GPS it or whatever, but I never remember where the speed bumps are, but that wasn't, we're moving as you can see, so I'm good. For those of you who might be thinking, dude, you're driving, I'm literally holding this thing. I'm not even looking, I can't even tell, now I'm looking, I can't really even tell if I'm visible, and I wouldn't do anything to be dangerous here. I'm gonna keep my eyes on the road, so bear with me on that. But when I slow down, I'll show you, like when I'm in traffic, I'll show you what's happening. Over here, I'll show you this. Over there is a cigar place. I hope I grabbed it for you. I think it's called Garden Cigar. I'm not a cigar smoker. It's also a rum bar. I do like rum. But cool spot, later night spot, couples. Doesn't make, you don't leave stinking like cigar smoke, not to the level that you might think. But we've gone to like birthday parties there and that sort of thing. I say parties, like birthday get-togethers with adults. That's a cool place if you're looking for a spot to go off resort. Garden Cigar? I think it's called Garden Cigar. Could be wrong on that. Google it. Google it. All right, we're getting toward downtown. When I came through, it was a friggin' mess. Absolute friggin' mess. Maybe it cleared in the last 30 minutes or so. We shall see. So here we go. So here's Plaza San Juan on the left. Ooh, actually, I have time. Looks pretty backed up there. I'm not going to test it. There's an empanada place in there. It's like baked empanadas. It's a little stand in Plaza San Juan that really, really good. I am hungry. It's 104. And I'm starting to get into the slowdown of traffic here. I'm not going to test it. But in Plaza San Juan over there is IKEA, is La Serena, there's a Pizza Hut, there's a Burger King. Let me show you what I'm looking at here. So this is a little section of the road that's kind of messed up. They haven't fixed that, I'm surprised, because this is a pretty busy area. Actually, this actually isn't as bad as when I first came through. But, yeah. Go first. Look second. That's Dominican driving. Over there, if you could see it, is Jumbo and Downtown Mall. On the top floor of Downtown Mall, the whole top floor is, I think it's called Body Fit or something in my gym. People ask me about these projects, and it's like, I don't even know the name of the places I go every day. I think it's called Body Fit or Body Shop or something like that. So that's on the top floor, and it is a full, like, beautiful gym. I don't know, like LA Fitness style or whatever you want to call it. But this, actually back there, where I just was, back there, where the Jumbo exit is, like coming in, there was a million people leaving Jumbo. So maybe I caught it. It is 1 o'clock. You know what? I'm after lunch. Like 12 to 1 here is lunch. Absolutely lunch. So I'm after lunch. This is clearing much more quickly than I thought. Now I want a friggin' empanada, but I can't go back. There we go. This guy over here wants to get in, but he can beep. So we come up to, you know what I will do though? I'm gonna stop at this really cool place. Stick with me. I'm gonna stop at this really cool place. It's like hole in the wall, like authentic. It's this really cool like drink that I can get there. That's like this local authentic Dominican spot. You'll see. I'll show. I'm going to surprise you with that. I think I'm going to have time. As we stand, I think I'm going to have time. Not my kids will have to stay at the school for a little while longer. It's actually less the school that I'm worried about. It's more my wife. She's away. And if she heard that I had to call the school and say, hey, we're going to be late, which they have like an after-school program. You just pay them like whatever it is, 500 pesos, and the kids can stay an hour, 2-3 hours or whatever. But for her, it will be evidence that I don't know how to take care of our children. And therefore, I would never get 3 days sans wife. I love my wife, don't get me wrong. But 3 days with me, just me and the boys, like where like bedtime is just, hey, shower, bed. Simple. With my wife, it's like, oh, make sure this shampoo for their curls. Lotion, he needs the lotion. For me, it's like, I'll inject them with melatonin if they're too crazy. No, we don't do that. You don't do that. Just kidding. And we're going to go to bed. We're going to take a shower and go to bed. And that's the night. That's it. It's simple. We read a book maybe, and that's the end of it. But there's not an entire process for this. So these guys want to... No. So when they come around, that's the trick. You just saw it. When they come around, you do the windshield wiper. You know what? I do have some cash. There might be another kid. I saw a kid, a young kid. These guys were older. A young kid at the next stoplight that was washing windows. And if he's still there, he's still there, I'm just going to give him money. I hate seeing a kid. I think he was a kid. He looked like he was like 12. These guys are at least, late teens, early 20s or whatever. But we'll see. Although there are 3 of them. Now we'll see. I'm going to give somebody money. Now I feel bad. I always feel bad, but I can't every stoplight pay people. But I still feel bad. But that's the trick. Turn on the wipers when they start to spray your windshield with the soap or whatever, and they usually go away. Sometimes they sit there and they try to perform for you, but usually they go away. All right, we're moving. These guys right here, buses, I always say this is a driving tip, whatever they want to do. So I'm gonna get up here to the light to turn, but I'm not getting in his way. If he's turning, I'm gonna stay back here. I don't care if I have the right of way. I know it's 2 lanes up there. This dude will probably go to the right lane and stay there, and I can pass him, but he might not, and I do not get in a bus's way. All right, he's staying there. Now I'll move. Buses and trucks do not drive safely. That is the most dangerous part about living here, in my opinion. So for that bus, no thank you. We're doing well though, people. 109. Let's see, I'll show you. I'm going to show you at the next light a couple of things there, so you have a sense of the area and where I am and everything. But here's the look. Over there on that side is City Place and the beach. If you've heard of that project, the beach, it's right over here. Great location, right behind Cocobongo, right in downtown. Right down there, if you can see it, is the beach down that way. The road's still being kind of built. You can get down there. It's a bumpy road right now. So yeah, I have 2 more lights where there'll be somebody that wants to wash my window or sell me a windshield wiper or a flower or whatever. So we'll see how we do. That bus is still back there with these 2 behind me. Always aware of where buses are. I'm going to move over a lane because I do not like inattentive bus drivers. I don't like them. So up here, this road right here, the intersection is Cabeza de Toro. That way takes you to the beach. I'm going to stop because I have a yellow, and if there's a kid here, I'll pay him. Over there is the entrance to Beron, and on the left, maybe you can see, I can't see him right now, but those would be where the hookers are. The prostitutes hang out over there on the left. Now, for some of you, that might be like, oh my God, that's close by. Oh, it's fine. It's like literally one patch of a sidewalk with like 3 women that stand there. And honestly, it's mostly at night. You don't see them much during the day. But it is present. So some people are like, oh, Punta Cana is a bubble, nothing happens there. Like, there's still all the things that you hear about in a developing nation if you were to go to Sosua or whatever, just not at the scale or the size, but that's what that is. I don't know where this kid went. He's not here. Should have paid those guys. That'll be another stop. I can pay them. But then stay with me. This place I'm going to go to with the really cool, like this drink. I can't even describe. You'll see. You'll see when I get there. Now I'm going to have time, which is good. It's 1:12. Got our light. There we go. I'm hitting this at a good time of day. Good on gas too. I don't need to stop. There we go. Some people have asked me, I did a previous video about schools, and one of the schools I talk about, Villa Montessori, just trying to do my adopted Spanish accent here, is up here on the right. Like, nobody knows where it is. Our kids went there for a year. We did change them out for our reasons. It wasn't a bad place. Look at this. You got goats. Bunch of goats on the side of the road. We did change them out of the school. We felt like it didn't quite align with what we wanted. We love our school now, which I won't share. People ask. I'm like, I'm not telling you where my kids go to school. But Villa Montessori is coming up on the right side. I don't feel able to see it. It's hard to see from the road unless all the brush has been knocked down. I hope you can see. I'm not looking at the phone to see what you guys see as I'm driving. I'm just holding it, but hopefully you can see. Let's see here. Coming up to it. This is how we used to exit. Maybe I'll just run up there quick. Nah, I don't want to do that. There's kids running around. I don't want to get them on video. But we would just exit right where this truck is blinking. And see, watch. This is, I'm being cautious. Go first, look second. He's just going to go. But right here. That's the entrance, and it's up there on the hill. You can see that. That's a Montessori school. It's secure, it's nice, but it is the first time a little off-putting if you're coming from the States, because literally it's like a dirt road off of the highway. You're on this bouncy, cruddy road all the way up to the top there, and you drop your kids there. First time we did that, I was like, are we sure we're good? But now it's like, yeah, I mean, are you kidding me? I've seen plenty of other places where I'd be way more concerned about dropping my kids than there, but we still do. So over here's Unidos. Unidos is like a Lowe's, a Target, and like a Kroger or a whatever grocery store is local to you. Full grocery store, great options. I did a video on Instagram. You can see I kind of walked through it. They've got like an entire hardware store. They've got furniture, all of that stuff. And then I'm going to show you the most atrocious thing that we have right now in Punta Cana. The most crazy eyesore. It's awful. I'll show you that in just a second here. But yeah, this is it. Coming up on my right. There's actually a petition to take this thing down that's out there. It's not about the restaurant, nothing but this thing. Look at this. Doña Pula. A 3-story Doña Pula. I don't know that that's necessary, but it's there. So it is what it is. So we're just going to keep on rolling here. But yeah, the area we're coming from, downtown, now we're going kind of over toward the airport, toward Punta Cana Village, toward Punta Cana Resort. There's also Ciudad La Palma, which is kind of a head and to the right. A head and to the left is the village and the resort. So I'll show you that. And go from there. Over here, this is the beginning of Beron, B-E-R-O-N, for the uninitiated. But over on the left, you can't really see it, but if you go up this road and on the left, there's an avocado stand. Really good. Here's the airport. You can see where the planes come in. So Punta Cana Airport is 157 flights per day. They come in that way, they go out the other way. What's cool though is if you're living in Punta Cana Village, it was designed so that the runway goes like this, in and out that way, and the village is behind it. So you never hear the airplanes. I rarely ever hear the airplanes taking off unless there's some, like they go up and they're circling around way up higher, but there's zero noise pollution or any other for that matter of having an airplane there. So, or an airport there, I should say. So that's that. Might have to time a lapse here again. I don't want to hold you guys on this while I'm driving, but anyway, this is the stoplight that we're at. So this Brinks truck right here, Brinks, you would think it was like money. Plátanos. Filled with plátanos. I guarantee it. All right, so we're coming into the Punta Cana village, Punta Cana, like the original Punta Cana area. The airport's right over there. All these advertisements are for the Corradas PGA event that's here right now. So these go up. They did it last year as well. Every year they do it. But these go up and then they come down. It's amazing how fast. Same thing with Carnival. Carnival is on, I can't even think of the name of the road, but the one that goes right through the middle of Punta Cana village. And they just put it up. Like in 2 weeks, they built like everything, an entire street with like stages and everything, and then it's gone in like 2 days. It's incredible. I can't even imagine in the States it being done that fast, that efficiently. So now I promised you all I'm gonna take you to this spot. This is a really cool spot. It's like I gotta duck in here. It's kind of hard to get to, but I'm gonna try to get in there. Really, I doubt. I'm wondering how many of you have heard of this spot. And the drink. So I can actually drive up to a person, like to a thing, and just get the order that way. I don't even have to like get out of the car. So I'm just gonna stay in the car and get this. So check this out. I gotta use my. Let's see how it goes. This place is really interesting here. It's called Starbucks. Never heard of that, I'm sure. So let's try this out. Hola, buen día. Sí, un chai latte, por favor, alto.
Caliente.
Sí.
¿Algún tipo de bebida especial?
No.
Claro que algo más.
Sí, perfecto. No más.
Una banana.
Gracias. I never understand the last part. I think it says drive around. Or we're all done, come on up around, or whatever it might be, but we shall see. Starbucks. I'll show you this drink. It's really, really special. It's really, really interesting. The locals call it a chai latte. Chai latte.
Wait a minute. This isn't my world.
Hola. Buenos días. Gracias. Uy. Gracias. Igual, gracias. All right, so Starbucks is what I call it, only for locals. If you've never heard of it, I think you can Google it. They probably have a website. Check that out. And I'm going to drink this. They call it a chai latte. That is a princess from ancient Dominican Republic. That's what that face is. So again, some places you have to understand the local spots that you go to. You don't want to go to some big box or whatever. But for me, 124, I made it. I'm going to enjoy this for a few minutes and we'll go from there. And if you want to see more about what neighborhoods are the best to move to here in Punta Cana, just tap this video. I'll drop it right here for you. And please be sure to subscribe, drop a comment, like it, whatever you want to do. I appreciate you tagging along for this journey.